No, I know this man. He's up here shuddering, believe it or not. You won't see it, but it's there. Brian and I met 42 years ago when we both started at St. John's Prep in Danvers. He started as a French teacher and a resident prefect when we had resident students, and rose to director of residence, and then chairman of the language department. And I just did the guidance thing.
The head of guidance.
But this is a gentle giant, believe me. He came to my brother's table out of the military, and he has run his portion of my brother's table like a military unit. He is, he's well respected at the door by the clients of the table. He believes in the mission of the table. He knows the guests by name. He knows what their dietary requirements are. He jumps around the kitchen giving orders like a drill instructor. And he does it with love and respect for the mission of the table. He has volunteered his time in Lourdes, France, with the sick to lead them to the grotto. He made several trips there with the Order of Malta. And his service goes beyond that of any person I know. He's been 30 years with the table, and he called me 2 years ago and said, "Will you come and help me at the door?" Which I don't want to say no to Brian, because my children will feel the pain. But I started there and quite honestly was absolutely amazed at the way the people respond to him. He honestly greets them by name. He shakes their hands. He brings people who need help to a table, gets trays, asks them what they want for dinner, brings it to them. He has learned their dietary requirements so that when he sees them, he brings them again and again and again. And he runs around the table like a whirling dervish. And for this, we are deeply grateful. Brian, I honestly respect what you do and wish I were more like you.
Thank you very much, but I find I get a heck of a lot more out of the guests than they do out of me.
Aww.
They're the most fantastic people in the world.
I just want to say one thing about Brian, because when we have meetings and I've served, we see Brian all the time, and he personifies something in the word that was just used, which is guests. And when you go to other agencies or hear people talk, they use what I call the C word, which is client. And they're not our clients, they're our guests. And he makes everybody who walks in there feel like the guest. And that word, and I've talked to people when I've had meetings here in my synagogue and other places, means an awful lot, because they are our guests and not our clients. And it's that dirty C word that we don't like to use. And Brian personifies that. They're like members of his family. And we thank you very, very much.